One of the first things we want to do out here at the farmhouse is get a fresh coat of paint on all the walls, just so we start with a clean slate and a blank canvas. So let's head to Sherwin-Williams and get some paint samples. Hey guys, so I'm out here at the farmhouse and I put a bunch of paint samples up on the walls and I think that I have it narrowed down to the final selection. Okay, so here are the paint samples that I ended up getting from Sherwin-Williams. This one is pure white, natural choice, and then I actually had them cut natural choice down by 25% just to see a little bit lighter of a version of that. White duck, which is pretty close to the natural choice, and then alabaster. And I went ahead and put samples up, oh, it's catching my shadow there, on the walls here in the living room. And I did a lot of different color combinations with these samples throughout the room. And I think I have it narrowed down. Also, make sure that whenever you're doing this that you do put a primer behind the samples so that you get a true reading of what the color will actually look like when you get it all completely painted. And here are the colors that I think I'm gonna go with. High reflective white, to me, in my humble opinion, is the only white of theirs that reads true white. It doesn't read more warm or more cool. It's just a true white, in my opinion. This will be for all of the trim and the wainscoting here in the living room. Pure white is the color that I'll be putting on all the rest of the rooms in the house. The kitchen, what will be sunroom slash dining room, and then the entire upstairs that's beadboard will be pure white. And the natural choice is the color that I'll be using on the walls here in the living room. And the reason that I chose to do a little bit warmer of a white in here, which is actually that color right there, is because I plan on leaving the windows in this room naked. So I wanted a little bit more warmth on the walls. So now that I have all my paint colors narrowed down and I have all my paint supplies bought, before I put any more paint up on the walls, I'm gonna go ahead and caulk all of the trim and window casings with this Alex Plus Painter's Caulk. And you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot or probably any hardware store. And what this stuff does is that it creates a really seamless, flawless look. Let me show you what I mean. So the way this works is, if you can see right here, there's a little gap between the wall and the trim. And what caulk does is it just fills that gap. And so that's what I'm looking for. Like I said, I want it to create a really seamless look here. And so what you do is you come in with your caulk gun and you're just gonna squeeze a little bit like this. And then I prefer to use my finger. There are tools that you can use, but I just come back in like that and it goes away. And once it's painted, you'll never see any of the caulk. It's paintable, and just go back in and it'll make it look really, like I said, really seamless and flawless. Okay, so maybe a better example of this would be along the window casing here. You can see when they installed the new windows, they never caulked it, and there's a really big gap between the trim and the other trim. And so when I bring the caulk in, I just run a line of it like that, and then I take my finger and it instantly fills that gap. So you can see there versus there and how much of a difference it really makes. Day has finally come. My mom's on her way out to help me and we are gonna get our paint on.
So we've decided to mask this room